What's up, everybody? My name is the Mad Chef, and today we're here with our week 2. So, unfortunately, our opponent had some real life situations pop up, and they had to forfeit. No shade to them. I hope everything for now is going swell, and I hope they got it figured out. Pokemon isn't a priority in people's lives. People's priority is staying safe and keeping on the straight and narrow. So, if Pokemon is getting in the way of that for a week and you need to forfeit, do what you need. So, again, no shade. So for the video today, it's going to be more low-key, more of like a 10-15 minute video. Just kind of going over the matchup and my thoughts on it and the team I was going to bring. Yeah. Obviously, hit the like button, comment down below. Comment favorite ice cream. Comment favorite ice cream. Because I had a thought the other day of, man, I really like black raspberry ice cream, which if you haven't had, delicious. But I also really like chocolate mint chip. Not mint chocolate chip. It's chocolate ice cream with bits of mint inside of it instead of mint ice cream with bits of chocolate inside of it. Really good. Anyway, obviously you can tell just from this page here, the matchup was, I don't want to say not in our favor, but it wasn't as good of a matchup as last week was. Definitely more of a 50-50 split of the matchup. Doesn't really decide either way how things are going to go. Obviously with the big problem being Celesteela, because I don't have a good electric type to come in and punish it all the time, which is a problem. But that being said, I had plans for it. The other two issues for me that really stood out was Lycanroc. Lycanroc had a great speed tier against my team and has had great coverage to hit all of my team. And Marowak Alola. Even though Marowak Alola is slow and was revengeable, it was a nuke button. If it came in and I was not positioned correctly, it just killed something. As long as he hit the right button and didn't over-predict, as long as he clicked like what he needed to, it would come in and it would kill something. So, it was an issue. That being said, we had some promising looks on our end. First off, Darm looked really good into this team. Because of the speed drop, I don't know if you noticed, but here, they have a speed drop between 100 86. Perfect for Darmanitan to take advantage of. Second is that they had no real way to break things apart from their few mons they had. They're a bulkier team. So we're able to take advantage of that a little bit just because of the mad bulk they have. I originally had some plans, I had some thoughts. But let's see, obviously, what I brought. Hello, this is the team. Starting off with, obviously, Darm looked the best going into their team, so Choice Band Sheer Force Darm is here to party. The problem with Darm hits incredibly hard. Like, he even potentially 3-hit KOs with Flare Blitz a defensive Seismitoad. With Rocks Up, for example. Or potentially 2 kills with Rocks Up, but as you can see, I didn't bring Rocks. So, yeah. But he's still 3 KOs, so he can't swap in on Darm over and over and over and over again. Even Fire Punch is a 4-KO. But otherwise, it looked really good into the team, and nothing wanted to take a Darm hit. Nothing other than Seismitoad, and even Seismitoad didn't really want to take enough of them, because Marowak isn't super bulky, and Lottie also isn't super bulky. I mean, Lottie is bulk-esque, but obviously, its stats aren't going to be the best to take those hits. I guess you could build it to take fire hits if you need to, but it's still going to get 3-hit KO'd, even with the resist up. So, otherwise, certain things would just die. Like a Lycanroc, I think I did like 60%, it was a 2-hit KO. Celesteela died, Floor just died, Breloom, Persian, Rotom, Lanoon, Venusaur died. Which is awesome for me. Actually, I think Venusaur was a 2-hit KO because of Thick Fat. Anyway, Darm did really good damage. But the problem is I can't fully rely on Darm because Flare Blitz Recoil and Stealth Rocks. Stealth Rocks against my team, I couldn't really find a great way to just nullify them on lead to stop them from going up. So I was kind of just going in with the thought of Rocks are going to be up this game, so I need to preserve Darm for when I really need to hit a nuke button. So he just can't come in all the time. Another issue I had, this also obviously is Celesteela. This is going to pop Celesteela if I need to. But going on to the next issue I had was Lycanroc. Lycanroc had really good coverage and speed into my team. So, here's Jata, the Tangrowth. Yeah, Tangrowth. obviously Tangrowth. This also helps with Breloom because Aerial Ace, and then I also am just thick as shit, so... And Aerial Ace is a 2-hit KO guaranteed, like even if it's a bulky set. And between all of my moves here, I kind of hit everything for at least utility hits. Like, I can even do like 20% to a Venusaur coming in, so the swap isn't fully free. Although, Venusaur's big as fuck, so it's like, it doesn't matter. But, the other part this thing does is, A, it holds against Lycanroc and Breloom very well, and is a reliable switch into Seismitoad if I need it. But, the other thing this does is it gets rid of the thick bone on Marowak. Yes, this would be a potential Marowak switch in with the Aqua Berry. The reason being, let me go pick him up against a Marowak. I live a Flare Blitz, and that is regenerable damage. Obviously not Poltergeist, instead Shadow Bone, because it doesn't get Poltergeist yet. Oop. But yes, and the reason is I want to be able to get this thing to come in and knock off, because once the Fit Club is gone, Fit Club being gone, and my Akka being gone, now I can actually just fully wall him, and just kind of keep coming in and out between this and other Pokemon on my team. Like now, Flare Blitz and even Shadow Bone, well, I won't show you, but Latias can come in. I won't reveal the Latias set though yet. But it just makes it so much easier to deal. Because otherwise, like I said, if I don't position myself correctly and I lose out on that knockoff, then it just becomes such a nuke button. Easy to revenge, but just such a nuke button. Next is the first of our shenanigans to try and deal with Celesteela. Big Raga, the Apostapa. Gravity Lando is here. This is a friend of mine was helping me build, and I had a thought of, oh, I really want to bring Lando, because it's Lando Eye, Sheer Force Life Orb with Lando Eye. It's just kind of crazy, but man, Celesteela just really craps on him. And then a friend reminded me that this thing gets Gravity. Meaning I can nullify its flying type and hit it as a steel type with Earth Power. And now, between Earth Power and Psychic, and if I'm nullifying everything that's off the ground, Earth Power, Psychic, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, Psychic, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, Earth Power, I can just now hit Earth Power into the team and just start hitting things so hard. That was the plan of Big Rock. Big Rock is very straightforward. Speed enough to outspeed what he needs to, which I'm able to run Modest this week thanks to a speed gap here. I just didn't care about Lanoon. I'm going to be real. I don't think Lanoon was going to show up at all. I mean, I have, you know, this for E-Speed normal types, this for E-Speed normal types, this for E-Speed normal types, this for E-Speed normal types. It just wasn't showing up. So I was able to run Modest, Life Orb, Sheer Force, which just did so much damage. Speed Gap, again, coming in clutch for me. Next is Gaitan. Choppleberry for Breloom, and also potentially Lycanroc CC. I live them. I eat them. I need to be above a certain threshold of health, obviously, but I eat them. And I can Swords Dance and potentially sweep. But you're thinking, oh, what about the Celesteela? You can't sweep with the Celesteela. I mean, you have Iron Head Earthquake. How the hell are you going to hit a Celesteela and sweep? Hold your horses. You'll see in a moment. But otherwise, this thing, just with Mold Breaker, just EQs. It just EQs. I mean, there's nothing really much to say about it. This is another team where, like last week, where positioned correctly, Gaitan can just spam the Earthquake button until things die, which is awesome. Next, this is the reason Exegir was able to be a fully sweeper this week, is Foxbat was built entirely for Celesteela, to 1v1 a Celesteela. So don't laugh when you see the set. Don't laugh. You're looking at it. Don't laugh. Don't do it. I see you. You're looking at this. Don't do it. Okay. It's Foxbat this week. Elephant in the room. He's holding an iron ball. Reason being is Foxbat, an offensive Foxbat, really just gets shit on by Celesteela. Like, Celesteela with a Wakan is eating a Z Electrium, swallowing and easily recovering it off later. And then the regular Thunderbolts are doing like 40%, which is easy then to do. If I'm an offensive, then it can two-shot me with like Heavy Slam. So, yeah, it really just gets... And plus, Psychic or Dragon moves just get swallowed into the mass that is Celesteela. And with Wakan, if he's positioned correctly, he can actually set up on my Latios and then nuke me. So, instead what I did is I built my Latios to take advantage of that for the team. My thought was, if Celesteela is going to switch in on Lottie, then I'm going to make a bulky Lottie, and I'm going to trick an Iron Ball. Because once it's holding that Iron Ball, not only is it slower than slow, it's already slow, it's slower slow, but that limits what it can do with Autotomized, meaning Autotomized sets are neutered. On top of, now it's on the ground, so Gaitan and Big Rocket can hit it with Earth Powers and Earthquakes no matter what. Which is huge. Absolutely massive. Magico is there for a couple reasons. Say it's in against like a Seismitoad or just anything that wants to status me like Toxic, Leech Seed, Stealth Rock, whatever. I can Magic Coat, and then it'll just kind of bounce that back. It is also my way of potentially setting up rocks. If I position it correctly, I can use their rocks to set up my own, was kind of the thought. But also, if I come down to a bulk war with Celesteela at some point, Iron Ball swapped, I take his leftovers or Wakan or whatever, and he wants to Leech Seed me, I can Magic Coat, so now we're both Leech Seeded. Meaning neither of us are really getting health or losing health, which is good. Yeah, otherwise Thunderbolt with this set only does like 20 to 30, but it's chip. Chip's chip. With Roost, he doesn't have Roost. He only has Leech Seed Protect leftovers, and if leftovers are gone and Leech Seed is... we're both Leech Seeded, so he's not getting any help from that, so he just has Protect. I will win that 1v1. It'll take a while, but I will win it. So that's why Foxbat is here, because once Celesteela is neutered, so much is opened up for the team. I was really excited to use this set. This set is, I think, very heat. I was super excited to use it. Obviously, this thing gets hard-walled by, like, Venusaur and the other Lottie, but it didn't matter. It was here for the Celesteela, and it was only going to be here against the Celesteela. That was it. Once Celesteela is neutered, and it's gone, I don't have to worry about it anymore, Foxbat becomes a sack in the back, which is so sad to say. But it's true, it becomes a sack in the back. Yeah. The only problem with Foxbat was it super cucks the Lottie, or the Celesteela. But it opens the door for me to have to make some difficult swaps, so I just have to stay on top of the game. This came down to a set works great on paper, but I just need to make sure that in practice I played it correctly. So, great set on paper. In practice, I'll just have to maneuver it properly, or I would have had to maneuver it properly. But I think as long as the Iron Ball went off without a hitch, it made the game like 100% easier. Like it doubled my chances of success if I got that Iron Ball off. Next, the last mon is Pythor. He's very specially defensive this week, just enough speed to outspeed a min-speed Mega Venusaur. And his set isn't super unique. The Taunt, Glare, Sucker Punch, Poison Jab, Shed Skin, Black Sludge. This comes in to cripple things. So it comes in to cripple a Venusaur, comes in to cripple a Lycanroc if I need it to, like if I want to come in on a CC, something like that. Comes in to cripple a Breloom if I want to. Again, I have Jata for those, but Pythor is a nice option in the back. Big reason why he's here is obviously cripple that Venusaur. It makes life easier if that thing is crippled and chipped. 2, Combine Florges. Combine Florges wasn't a direct threat because Gaitan existed, and Loco Loco existed, but if positioned correctly, Florges could have become a late game problem. Where, say, Loco Loco is chipped, Gaitan, for whatever reason, is MIA, and I only have Big Raga Jata and Pythor. Or if I didn't have Big Pythor, my thing before this was Blastoise, Mega, but it's also special. So say if it was just Jata, Big Raga, Foxbat, and this, and my physical attackers were just down and out because they're frail this week, Florges Calm Minding would be an issue, and I would just kind of be neutered, and I would have to prey on a crit or some shenanigans. Didn't want that. So Pythor is here for that. He easily comes in on Florges, eats hits, and then can Poison Jab, which is a 2-hit KO. Taunted to prevent from Calm Minding, Glaring it would also help for something like Jata to come in on it. Just really here for that Florges, making sure it doesn't get too out of hand. Also for just like hitting glare on things that might like to be glared. Like if I can get certain glares off on things, it makes Gaitan's game better. So like, I bring up the Lycanroc because the thought is if he tries to CC something with Lycanroc and I can go into Pythor, I should be able to live one of something. Depending on what set he is, obviously, but I should be able to live one of something and then maybe get a glare off. As long as I haven't revealed it at that point. If I haven't revealed it or be smart, he's going to avoid the glare. But then I get a glare off on something. So, let's stop there. But yeah. That's the 15-minute mark. That actually hits kind of perfect. So, again, if you like this video, please make sure to stick around. I know it wasn't a battle video like y'all were expecting, but please make sure to stick around. For next week, because next week's battle of prep for it, we're playing, because obviously these are a week behind, so this was last week's. We're playing in a couple, soon. We are playing soon. We're playing soon for our next week. And I'm very excited for that match. Because that match has my favorite Pokemon ever to deal with, Mawile Mega. Love that one. So, please make sure to stick around for that. Like the comment. Holy shit. Like the video. Comment the ice cream question I posed down below. And subscribe. More shit's gonna be coming out. I have the Grounded series going up right now. I have another Pokemon series, challenge series going up shortly. Hopefully soon. I gotta do some stuff on that still. But that should be coming out sooner rather than later. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And then obviously I have this draft content, and I'll always be doing some sort of draft content, so make sure to stick around for that. But yeah, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure to stick around to see what I'm cooking up next. Bye!